Hello and welcome to Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. We are tracking behind schedule today, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm your source of fun, funny, exciting, entertaining, and educational coaching, speaking, and direct sales training with a twist of tough mama bear, no fluff, no hand holding, no bullshit love. I help women step into their personal power, unleash their inner badass, and build a life and business that they love. Hello, Tessa. Today we're talking about the thing that you won't have more of, you have to make more of. And it's a great topic because I have been spending a lot of time inside of my Step Into Your Personal Power Facebook group, inside of my Direct Sellers Rock Facebook group, just interacting with you guys and my other clients and having some really good conversations. And the same things keep coming up over and over and over again. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I am going to refresh this and get my watch party started. Hi, Jana. Good morning, Tessa. So while I am pulling up these watch parties, I want to talk to you guys about the Power Ups with Power Coach Alishia. So when these all started, if you remember correctly, I did one Power Up that was about... what was it about? Oh, your story, right? And it was a really powerful one. I got a lot of feedback from you guys and how much you loved it. And I did another one that was about... why is my brain drawing a blank? Maybe because I slept in today. I am not with it. This one's important. Oh, making big changes. So, writing a new story and making big changes. So I want to revisit those topics really quick as I'm starting these watch parties because I want to make sure that you understand a couple of things. So on the training where I talked about making big changes, it was not taking baby steps, right? So after that live, I ended up on a life breakthrough session and I was talking to one of my clients and she said, so I've been thinking about making big changes, and one of the things that I'm thinking about is giving up sugar. And she's like, but that would be a baby step, right? That's not a big change. And so I think it's important that I talk to you about what a big change is. So if you are somebody, let's say, who eats a lot of sugar and you decide to give up sugar, that's a huge change, right? So that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I think that that's like a jump off the cliff, not sure if you're wearing a parachute change. I admire it though, and I think it's so awesome. So what I'm saying, the reason why I'm saying this is because it needs to be something big to you. It's a change that you feel like, holy fuck, that's a big change. It's not a change that I am judging, right? And I think that's where she kind of got distorted was, well, would Alishia think that this is a big change? And if she doesn't, then what would I do instead? It needs to be, like I said, something you think is a big change. Something you look at and you're like, oh my God, by doing this, I am making a huge change. I'm jumping off the cliff. I'm believing the parachute will open. Hi, Dana. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Tori. I know I have the parachute on. And then on the other hand, the other Power Up with Power Coach Alishia that I want to talk about is the one of writing a new story. How are you guys doing with that? If you haven't watched that one, I'm wearing a camo shirt. You can just scroll back in the videos right on the Unapologetically You page, and you should absolutely listen to it. Because here's the thing. It's one thing to show up to the morning power-ups Monday through Thursday, right? It's one thing to respond to these training posts, the life coaching posts that I'm doing inside of the Step Into Your Personal Power group. It's one thing to show up for workshops that I do, right, for Unapologetically You. And during that time, doing that work or taking in that post or loving what I have to say. All of that's great. However, without action, it's just shit. It's just wasted time. Knowledge without action is just knowledge, right? Knowledge with action is life transformational. So I want you to take what you're learning each day, and I want you to take what I'm teaching you and the things that are connecting with you and make those changes and hold on to those changes. I have realized that every single thing, like 99% of the problems that you're going through, the things that are holding you back, the reasons why you're stuck, why you're feeling overwhelmed and lost and not knowing what the fuck to do and which way to go, comes from the fact that you're not taking action. You're sitting there writing your old story, choosing the victim, and just hanging out in that arena, right? And action is what moves you forward. And when I look at this, I can trace lack of action all the way back. Every single person I've ever done a strategy session for on their business or a life breakthrough session with their life is about lack of action. The reason why they feel the way they do, they're stuck in this place, is because they're not taking action. And then secondarily, when you do take the action, let's say it is hire a coach, join the program, buy the book, join the course, whatever it is, you are proud of yourself, right? So you kind of lay on that. You're like, yeah, I did it. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to change my business. And then you do shit with it. You don't make the changes. You don't actually implement. People pay me a chunk of money to coach them. And although I'm Power Coach Alishia and I am fucking awesome at business and life coaching, you wouldn't believe how many people waste the money. Session after session after session. Did you do the work? Where are you at with this? Where are we at with that? How did that end up? What were the results of this thing? I didn't get your link so I could review that. I didn't get the message so I could review that. What's going on? Like, I'm showing up to the sessions. I'm giving what needs to be given. And you know what? You're full of excuses. Oh, I stubbed my toe. My kid got sick. Who cares? Especially if the kid's older. We'll talk about that in a second. My kid got sick. My husband got sick. My mom flew into town. My mom got sick, even though she's not dying, right? I'm not talking about death sick mom. My mom got sick. My husband lost his job. Like, I think, like that, you'd think, oh my God, my kid getting sick is an excuse? Yes. My husband losing his job is an excuse? Yes. Listen, shit's gonna happen in life. You're gonna go through life and shit is going to happen. And if you let every single thing that happens incapacitate you and halt you when you're not even taking that much action moving forward in the first fucking place, you are going to die miserable. You are literally going to be on your deathbed regretting nearly everything. I regret the fact that I didn't follow my dreams. I regret the fact that I didn't take more time for myself. I regret the fact that I didn't take those vacations. I regret the fact. You will regret it. This isn't me being a bully. This isn't me putting you down. It's me giving you the cold hard truth. I call this a preachism. It's absolute bullshit that when life happens, you stop. The only way to work through life happening is to keep going. Keep taking action. Keep working towards your dreams. Keep syncing with your soul. Keep moving forward. You would not believe how many times you use the dumbest fucking excuses to fail. Now, I use that term loosely, right? Fail. Use the dumbest excuses to not get shit done. You use the dumbest excuses to not move forward. You use the dumbest excuses to not invest time and money into your business. You use the dumbest excuses to not do the work once you do invest. They're all really stupid excuses. In the last 2 weeks, my husband has been sick. My 11-year-old is now sick. I don't take time off work. Take some fucking Dayquil and stay the hell away from me. I've got shit to do. I'm not clearing my schedule. I'm not working because they're sick. Them being sick, if I stop because they're sick, I'm not here for you. And what the fuck is the point in me just watching them be sick? I'm not going to cuddle him. He'll be fine. Neither of them. One, I don't want to get sick. And two, they're going to be fine. I got shit to do. I'm going to check on him. I've given him a lot more kisses. My 11-year-old, I've given a lot more kisses on his forehead and been more lovey to him than I normally am. I didn't change my whole process and schedule, though. Would he have loved if I would have just sat on the couch and held him? Yeah, he would. I'm not that kind of mom, one. And two, that's not what my family needs from me right now. My family needs for me to show the fuck up and do what I do best. And so does yours. And if your family is you and your cats and your damn dogs, great. They need that from you too. I am telling you right now, this isn't even my topic today, by the way. I haven't even hit my topic. I just got pissed off. So now I'm on a rant. I am telling you right now, the only thing that will change your life is if you start taking action, you keep taking action, and you stop making fucking excuses. I have been paid $3,000 for 90-day coaching that people have ghosted because life got busy. What the fuck? No. I have been paid an exuberant amount of money for nothing. So this is me telling you this right now. From this moment forward, when you say you're going to do something and you step forward in that action, you are making that commitment to yourself right now to see it all the way through. You're going to implement every single thing that you're taught, especially if it's by me, because I know it'll change your life. Other people, I don't know. I can only talk about what I can do for you, right? You're going to implement every single thing and you're going to keep going. And when you notice that you stop, like you look around, you're like, when the fuck did I stop working out? That's the day you start working. You're working out again today. When you say to me specifically, I'm ready for this. I'm going to do what it takes. I want to change my life and I want to work with you. Then you better show the fuck up every single time. Because if you don't, I'm firing you as my client. You don't get the option to waste my fucking time and make stupid ass excuses. This moment forward, any person who hires me, who doesn't do the work, I'm firing them. Here's your fucking money. I'm sick of working with you. We're not moving forward. Because it's not rewarding. And if you're not going to show up for yourself, and this is not just working with me, but in your life, then why the fuck should anybody show up for you? If you don't show up for yourself, nobody needs to show up for you. Not your partner, not your friends, not your kids, not your business associates. None of those fucking people need to show up for you because you're making excuses. I don't care if people are sick. I don't care if people have died. I don't care if life gets hard. Move forward. As long as you move forward, you will get through it. Will it be hard? Fuck yeah. I buried 2 dads. Buried my papa. I was snowboarding the day my papa died. The instant that he died, I knocked myself out on the hill, or the mountain, I should say. Call it a hill because we were at the bottom. But I fell backwards and knocked myself out. When I came to, it was like I felt it at that exact moment. I knew something had changed. And when I got to the car, I had a voicemail that my papa had died. I'm not talking to you guys from a place of better than you. I'm not talking to you from a place of I don't ever have to deal with shit. My life is rainbow and butterflies. My mom's, a fucking multimillionaire and she's giving me all this money and I don't have to work hard. I am the epitome of hustle. I am the epitome of shit happening. I'm married to a soldier with PTSD. All of these things, it's not easy for me. It seems like it is, and I know you guys would view it like that, but it's not easy for me. It is hard for me. I have breakdowns. I have bad days. I feel like giving up. I feel like saying, fuck it, I'm not doing this. And then there is that pull. I play this video game with my boys. It's called Apex. Well, I play it with my husband too. We all do. We have 3 PlayStations in the house, which we really need fucking 4, so we can all play together, but you can only have 3 people on squad. It doesn't even matter. So we play Apex together, right? And they're making some changes inside the game right now. And one of the boards that Apex used to have when it launched is coming back. It's called Kings Canyon. We love Kings Canyon, and it's so awesome. Do you know I'm in this crazy revamp of my company? I'm editing things out. I'm really simplifying things. I'm taking different action, and my 11-year-old wants to do more with Apex. Right now he's grounded, so there isn't as much playing, but he wants to do more with it. He wants to sit down and do that. I have to say no. I have to say no right now, and that's okay. He'll be fucking fine. Because right now, I'm working more hours. I'm spending more time than I normally do. So I'm going to take this action forward where I'm at in my business because I know that it's what's needed. And I am going to sacrifice that time with them for a minute. Hi, Shamanda. Hi, Celia. Hi, Marcy. It's okay. Because it's like a day or two. It's not a month or two or a year or two. It's a day or two. Sometimes you have to choose what is hard right now. That hard decision right now. The thing that you need to do opposed to the thing that you want to do. Because that's the thing that if you don't take that action, your business stalls or it goes backwards or you stay in this fucking cycle of shit that you don't want to be in anymore, right? So you have to take that action. I launched this division of my company, the Unapologetically You division. And at the beginning, I didn't know how the fuck I was going to show up in my direct sales division and show up in my life division. I couldn't figure out how to blend. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to continue doing lives over here, continue doing trainings in the direct sales division, launch the life division, launch more like life stuff? I couldn't figure it out. And I'm starting to connect to that harmony between the two. I have my sales and marketing plan between the two. And the other day I was thinking, half the fucking people in the direct sales world are in the life world. So why the fuck am I doing all this stuff separately? And I have to go back to my mind and go, stay the course, because you're doing guest podcasting for people who are outside of the direct sales world. When you're speaking, it's usually for people outside of the direct sales world, but you still have this awesome direct sales everything. So when you are talking to direct sellers and speaking and on those podcasts, you have a great place for those people to go. Just stay the course. It seems like the people are in both places right now. That's okay though, because soon the life will take on its own with a whole bunch of people that aren't direct sellers. And it's okay that people are in both places, right? Because now in the direct sales division, I can really focus on building your business, and on the life side. The life side of it, I can really focus on helping you transition, step into your personal power. And there's a lot of you that I've talked to in the past on a business strategy session that should have been on a life breakthrough session. There's a lot of you who've invested in business coaching, which you should have hired me as your life coach, right? That's where the focus should have been. So I don't know. I say all this to say, take fucking action, keep taking action. And here is the point of this live right now. I still have never told you what the point of the live is today. Are you guys with me? Let me just make sure. I want to make sure you guys are with me. So sound off in the comments. Yes. Tell me if you're loving this. I'm going to have you guys start taking action after these power-ups though. Action after the power-ups. I have to drink my shake anyways. So, you don't get this, you make this. That's the title of this live. This Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. I am so fucking sick of hearing you say you don't have time. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That's all you ever do, right? That's your old story. That's the old book. I don't have time, wah, 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 wah. I don't have time, wah, 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 wah. I could get anything done, wah, 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 wah. My day job sucks the life out of me, wah, 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 wah. I hate my fucking day job, wah, 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 wah. I can't do anything because of my day job, my commute, my wah, wah, fucking wah. You guys have to stop this shit. I don't know why women are twofold. One, such babies and victims. And two, won't step up and fight for yourself. Like, if you hate your fucking job, get a new one. There's no excuse under the sun not to. If you hate your job, get a new one. I don't care about the health insurance. I don't care about the benefits. I don't care about any of it. Get a new one. There's better jobs with better benefits that light up your soul. And you know what? What happens if you do get a new job and the benefits aren't as good and the pay isn't as good, but you are happy as fuck? Isn't the happiness worth more than the money? One. And two, every single time you follow happiness, the thing that lights you up, the thing that gives you power, the money always comes. Even if it doesn't come from that place. It always comes. So the new job might not give you the money. It might not. But the money does always come, because the universe doesn't make any mistakes. And if you choose happiness over the money, then the money comes. But if you choose money over happiness, it's never fucking worth it. Write that down. If you choose happiness over money, if you choose money over happiness, the happiness never comes. But if you choose happiness over money, the money always shows up. It always shows up. Here's a good point. And we're really talking about time here, but I wanted to kind of go down that little rabbit hole. To launch this division of my life coaching company, Unapologetically You, that meant that I had to halt everything. We have written 160 emails for you guys. in 6 weeks. And we have changed our free coaching program to make it better and better and better, like 5 or 6 times. So 5 or 6 times we've had to edit 160 emails, and those are just the value ones. The sales ones are like another 400. We have put so much fucking time into a free program. Free. Let me just reiterate that. For you. If you're a direct seller, there's direct sales tracks. There's booking, hostess coaching, Facebook selling, recruiting, and leadership. And for life coaching, it's 12 weeks of life coaching, back to back to back. They're not different like tracks under life coaching. It's just one big one. We have lost sleep. We have lost quality time with ourselves, our partners. It has caused us to be off track with our daily power-ups, which is our meditation and our journaling and, that sort of thing. I've been really good at working out because I am not getting off that track now that I've worked this hard to get here. But other than that, things have been really fucked up. And it's to put this together for you to help you change your life. But here's the deal. When I launched the life coaching division, everything fell apart. I didn't have time for strategy sessions. I do have clients that I'm finishing up right now, and then I'm launching new programs to better serve my life coaching clients and my direct sales clients. I tell you, there has been no time for the portions of the company, the efforts that I make that actually grow the company and bring in the cash, because all of my time is devoted in all the other places. And so in the last, 3 months, the money that I'm used to making and all of that has shifted. And my husband has had to be pounding the pavement, quote unquote, to make the money and do it because I needed to step back to regroup to make things better for you and myself. And it's crazy how stressful it is, right? Like it is. I chased happiness though. And this time I didn't give up. I've always given up because the money has edited, right? The money has gone down because I wasn't making those daily IPA actions, right? The money has gone down and I've always reverted back. I've always said, fuck this, I'm going back. I can't do this. I got to put food on the table. I got to pay the mortgage, And this time I said, I want to do this. And I did. I've attempted to revert back 4 times, maybe 5 times now. However, my team, which includes my mom and my husband, have forced me to stay the course. So my mom, my husband, and everybody else on the team have forced me to stay the course. And my husband made the promise that he would do whatever it takes to make sure that the bills were paid and to bridge the gap between my income and what we need. And he's worked so freaking hard to do that. And I think that the message here is, again, if you choose what makes you happy, even though building those tracks did not fucking make me happy, just so you know, they were a nightmare. But the transformation in your life makes me happy. What it does for you on the flip side makes me happy. What I know it's giving to you, it makes me happy. And I know that they'll save you. I know they'll give you power. I know that they'll give you training. And I believe that those of you that truly want to build your business to $5,000 plus in retail sales per month to that $100,000 in retail sales per year, or, getting unstuck in your life and stepping into your personal power, those of you that are truly wanting to do those things, you will take those next steps, right? You'll go into my core programs and you'll move into my signature programs, and we will be working together in a more intimate, not necessarily one-on-one, because I want to be able to serve more of you at a time. But we will be moving into more one-on-one type coaching. And I believe that by me choosing to design these and have my team design these and help you, everybody wins in the end. And here's the thing. I didn't have the time. That's why I lost the money. Okay? I lost it as kind of a strong phrasing. I didn't have the time to build these tracks. I didn't have the time to dedicate my team to building the tracks because it pulled us off of sales and marketing, right? Building the company over here the way that we were. However, I knew that the time spent over here was exactly what the company, each of the divisions, and what you needed. And that at the end of the day, it would come back around and be exactly what I needed. Oh, my computer just close the windows. So if you guys were watching this on a watch party, you missed it. So you don't find, like, you're not going to get more time. So if you have been saying to yourself, well, when I find time, or when there is more time for, or I will do that free trading when I have more time, or I'll join the program when I have more time, I'll listen to that power up when I have more time, I'll book parties or whatever the fuck it is when I have more time, I will, whatever, you're never going to have it. It's not coming. You will go to your deathbed never having that time. I promise you. So you have to make the time. I did not have time to do what I've done the last 2-3 months. I made the time. I dedicated the time. I put that effort out there because I knew it was needed for you, my company, and for myself. And it's scary, right? So everything I tell you to do, I'm doing. It's in a different way. I'm doing it though. I'm sacrificing too, right? Because I know that I will be playing Apex tonight. Right? I didn't play it Monday, Tuesday this week, but I will be playing Apex tonight. It's all good in the hood. I know that the shit show that these tracks have been is going to change somebody's life. And I'm hoping that you guys will share that with me as you're going throughout the training, right? The life coaching track is so near and dear to my heart because we've never had anything like it before. So I want to hear, as you guys are going through that training, the shifts that are happening for you, because we have spent a lot of time on it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the description of this video, I have a link to my website, powercoachalishia.com/start-here, that will get you started on your free coaching track. All right. So that's what that link is for. Just so that you know what that is in the description here. Also, my schedule is open if you want to do a business strategy session, or if you want to do a life breakthrough session. I'm happy to talk to you and give you perspective and, help you create a plan. And if we're a good fit, I am definitely going to suggest what program of mine is the best fit for you and move you forward that way. And, we'll just go from there. If you choose to join the program, great. If you don't, then great too. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. It does matter to you, but it doesn't matter to me. It's not why I do what I do. If you join the program, you're obviously going to have way more change in your life. And if you don't, you're going to struggle a shit ton to get those results, right? And to get to that point. But either way, that's not why I do the breakthrough and strategy sessions. I love helping you. So with all of that being said, you don't just have more time. It doesn't just show up for you. You must make more time. You must make the space. Okay? So I want you right now, if your life is so fucking full that you cannot seem to fit anything in, it's time to start getting things off of your plate. It's time to say no to things. It's time to bow out of things. If your kids are in a million different extracurricular activities, I say this all the time, it's time to pull them out. They do not need to be in scouts and this sport and dance. Okay? You don't need to do all that. You don't need to do all that. They could just choose fucking one. If they're a good dancer, hip hop, ballet, whatever the fuck they do, then just keep them in fucking dance. Pull them off the other two. They don't need to be in sports and dance. They're just in that shit because you feel like that's what they need to do. And it's running you ragged and making you miserable. Sit down and have an honest conversation with them. It's not a big deal. My kids are only ever in one sport at a time. Now, my 11-year-old is also in band, and that happens in the morning, and he is playing flag football. And it works out, right? It does make our life a little more crazy, but it doesn't dip into our life in a way where I'm like, fucking band, dude. I can't do anything because of band. Like, it's the first thing in the morning, so it doesn't matter. But if our life was like that, and I would sit down with the kids and I say, you gotta pick. But I've always been very honest with my kids. From the second that they could understand, I said, one fucking thing. And you do shit during the summer. There is no anything during the summer. Because I'm camping, I'm going on vacation, and I'm not worried about your fucking sports. So, you don't get to do anything in the summer, but you can pick one sport at a time. And I've been telling them that since they were like 4 or 5. Right? So again, it's that expectation. I am so sick of listening to you say that you don't have time. You do have time. You're just choosing not to make the time. I'm sick of that being the excuse. If you want your life to change, you've got to change. You have to do things differently. It's not an option if you don't want to feel this way. And here's the other thing. If you are going to choose to pack your life so fucking full of all of this shit that is unnecessary, then stop fucking bitching about it. Stop complaining about the fact that you're running yourself ragged. Stop complaining about the fact that you're exhausted. Stop complaining about the fact that on any given day you have no time because you're running to hell and back. You have to stop. Nobody gives a shit anymore. Your friends do not want to hear you complain about your life that you've created anymore. Your family does not want to hear you complain about your life that you've created anymore. It doesn't matter what it is. Nobody wants to listen to you complain anymore. They want you to do something about it or shut the fuck up. So I'm going to be the vessel to tell you that. Do something or shut up about it. Because it's not doing anybody any good to listen to you complain about the same shit over and over and over again. It's not doing anybody or yourself any good for you to stay in that place. And I can hear you with all of these excuses. Yeah, but you don't understand. Yes, I do. And I don't care. I do understand. I just don't care. Because if it's causing you that much turmoil, because you don't have the time, because you're running yourself ragged, because you're so exhausted, none of the excuses you're making up right now matters. You being exhausted, running yourself ragged, and being in this place is what matters. You should, Shermanda, right? That's crazy. Why go through a program and not do something because you don't want to do it? Like, what is the point, right? To take that action, to join a program and be like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to do that. Well, then why the fuck join the program? Because if you knew better for yourself, you wouldn't have been there in the first place, right? So I'm proud of you for making that decision and saying, you know what, I'm going to go back through it and do it the right way. Because the whole point of the journaling is for you to release all the shit that has you stuck, that's holding you back, that's holding you down, that forces you to sabotage your success. And if you don't journal through it, the horrible habits that you have to derail your success and ruin things for yourself and feel bad and sabotage are all still there. So then the program didn't have the impact that it needed to have because you didn't do one of the most important parts. They're all important. Remember, I don't put fluffy shit into my stuff. So if it's there, it's necessary. 100%. Okay? So I know this has been like, God, Mama Bear today, right? Have you heard my intro? With a twist of tough Mama Bear, no fluff, no hand-holding, no bullshit love. And that's what you got today. Now, if you don't like me and you hate everything that I've said and you're like, she doesn't understand where I'm at, I hope you leave. And I hope you're not part of my world anymore. Because I'm not going to be the person who feels bad for you. I'm not going to be the person who says, I know it's hard. I'm going to say, do something about it. Stop fucking whining and do something about it. Oh, I can't. Yes, you can. Well, I don't have the time. Yes, you do. I couldn't do that to them. Yes, you could. They'll be fine. Kids are resilient. And if you explain to them, they always understand. They do understand. Right? It's you that feels this crazy obligation to do all this fucking random shit to, I don't know, feel something within yourself as a parent for your kids. It's usually not about your kids, even though you make it about your children, right? And that's the biggest thing I hear sucking time is kids. Your kids can't suck the time that you don't give them, right? Their extracurriculars can't suck the time that you don't sign them up for. So the problem is you, not the fact that your kids are in all of these things and that they want to be in all these things. Choose one or you're not doing shit, because I'm not running myself ragged. That's exactly what I say. And they're good, you know, they're doing their sports. My 11-year-old is really awesome at football, and my 14-year-old is doing better and better at baseball and is doing great at basketball, right? So with all of that being said, I want you to take what I've told you here today, and it's time to make some radical changes. You have the time. You're just not making the time. No more excuses. And when you find yourself making excuses, take the fucking action that you're making excuses about. Because remember, I started this whole power up by saying action fixes 99% of the problems that you have. If you don't have time, take action to make space for time. If you're feeling exhausted, take action to recharge your batteries. If you hate your job exhausts you, the commute fucking sucks, you're feeling like you're depleted, take action to find a new job. The only reason why you are stuck where you're at and things feel the way that they do is because of you. All right, so let's see what Tessa says. Mind-blowing moment, happy tears, I have to make the time. 100%. Tessa also says, thank you, Alishia. I feel the ass kicking all the way in Pennsylvania. I need to stop stirring and then nothing's working to making it work. Oh, yay. Let's see. Okay. That's all my comments. All right. So I'm sure there's people that you know that need to hear this message. Share this video with them. When it's over, you can grab the link directly to this video. I think it's actually under the share button, and send it to your friends. Like, oh my God, I listened to this today. It was so awesome. And I wanted to share it with you. Like, I'm not pitching coaching. I'm not pitching you guys to buy my shit. I'm here just delivering what you need. And that's what Power Up with Power Coach Alishia is about. That's why you don't see any links in the description of these videos to buy my stuff, because that's not what it's for. It's to give you the power up that you need every single day to the best of my ability. And I almost didn't show up today because I was so late, and I knew you guys were looking for me to show up, and then I was still so late. I was like, they're probably not even around anyways, but I still showed up. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to talk about. And then right before I went live, I finally figured out my topic, and then barely even talked about my topic of time and bitched you out over everything else. If this is what you love, if you love this power, you love this energy, also when this video ends, click turn on notifications. That way, anytime I go live, you get a notification. If you're at work, you can always watch the replay later. The only thing that I require of you is, if you're going to show up and listen to these power ups every day, 1, interact in the comments, even if you're on replay, so I know and I can give you, right back to you and talk to you. And 2, do the fucking work. Don't show up and waste your time listening to me talk to you and coach you and give you that transformation and then not do anything. That doesn't make sense for you to be here. Okay? It doesn't make sense for you to spend this time if you ain't gonna do shit with it. All right? So with that being said, remember, progress, not perfection. And today, I don't want you giving yourself any grace, because I'm worried that grace means excuses. When I say give yourself grace, I mean give yourself grace in the areas where you're doing your absolute fucking best. If your kid's in 90 million extracurricular activities, or in your job that you hate and you're so exhausted and all of those things, you don't get to give yourself grace right there. You need to do something about it, right? But give yourself grace in the areas that you're doing your best. Maybe your house is a mess, but you have no time to give to it. Give yourself some grace there, right? But I'm not talking about the things that you're constantly complaining about. The things that you're constantly complaining about, you either need to do something about it or stop talking about it, because no one wants to hear it. Seriously. And remember to say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. If you just do that one thing, start saying yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people, even your children, what you're going to find is that you have more time back. You feel more clear. You feel more centered, right? You feel more like, oh my God, I've got this. But the more that you're saying yes to others, you're taking away from you. And that's why those are the 3 things I say at the end of every one of my lives. So with that, is today Wednesday? Yes, I will see you guys tomorrow for some other amazing Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. And I am looking forward to seeing you guys take action. This is the thing I want you to do once you get off here. Go into the Step Into Your Personal Power Facebook group. If you're not in there, you can just search Step Into Your Personal Power. Join the group. But if you are already in there, post your number 1 takeaway. What was your aha moment? Tessa, I know you had some that you posted here in the comments, but I think it would be great for you to go into the group and say, on today's Power Up, this is what happened for me, because I do these for you guys. I do these to help change your life. So if you guys go share that into the Step Into Your Personal Power group, that's just going to help people realize that they do have this daily training, this daily coaching that can take their life to the next level. So now that I am running 45 minutes behind schedule, it's time for me to do my workout, drink my shake, and rock it out. I wish you guys the best. Yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. Give yourself some grace in the places you're doing your best, and take some damn action to change the shit that you're miserable about. And what's the other one? Progress, not perfection. Bye.